Man, what's popping with y'all, man? See, I got my little security shit. I'm 1 o'clock right now, bro. Graveyard shift is 4 a.m. I thought I'd come to y'all, bro. That was some thoughts that I was having, you feel me? I feel need to get it to just let loose, bro. I came across this notion before, bro, but it just seems too real to not be implemented in my philosophy. I have to paint the picture first. Gotta keep talking about it, understand the depth of it to, apply it effectively. But, shit. But the real insight, I guess, is to not insert yourself when it comes to interacting with people. And this is dealing with you know what I'm saying? This is anecdotal. But from my experience, my nigga, if there be times when in conversations I wanted to add my 2 cents, but yeah, it didn't feel as if it was needed or wanted, So I didn't even feel comfortable, or I just didn't feel anything from expressing it. Whether if I hit it or did, there was, and even if I got a response, it wasn't something fulfilling almost, And it just shows the significance in trying to find acceptance or approval from external rather than approving of yourself already. And that's where I feel as if a lot of people come from. The root problem, want to be acknowledged in presence, but yet they do it through a medium of talking about their own experiences, in which I find sometimes selfish. Not selfish, but selfish, because when you don't allow anybody else to butt in. And from this lens that I'm looking at it now, I get where niggas is coming from, you feel me? Like I said, niggas just want to be acknowledged, damn. Not really directed on which pay to go, not wanting your 2 cents, but, to show their existence means something, or it's like their existence exists, you feel me? I don't know, whatever the case may be. But as I get older, my nigga, I start to see that people start talking at each other more than with each other, and that's the tension or disconnect that I have within myself, where I have to build this philosophy and the importance behind it and why it is the shit it is what it is, you feel me? This perspective I have, it feels as if I could give grace rather than being cynical, because that's where I was baseline, bro. When I first got into all this intention shit and spirit, I don't even want to call it spiritual, but whatever the fuck the case may be, whatever you want to call it, bro. There's many different words, bro. But being able just to see people, the world, for what it really is, gang. Like I said earlier, people talking at each other instead of with each other. I started to just believe that everything was a manipulation tactic. Whether it was praise, I feel like you just letting my guard down just to punch me later, when I'm not looking, or whatever the case may be. I just always believe that there is a hidden intention, and there is no good coming out of it unless I felt it. The truth is always resonant for people who want to side with that. You feel me? But for the most part, I was very dubious when it came to just interacting with humans in general. You feel me? But this lens, bro, it gives grace. It's almost 2 sides to the same coin, bro. On one hand, from the cynical aspect, I'm mad because I could talk about this shit and everybody could nod their head to the truth. I said this, or wrote this in my notebook a while back. I noticed that everybody understands where I'm coming from, or feels what I'm saying, or have an interpretation and thought process of what I'm talking about. But yet, when it's time to embody this shit, you feel me? Never fulfills. It's almost as if we know the truth, but we want to satisfy our emotions more than so the objective, bro. And that shit is what throws me off, because I could see when people deliberately aim to satisfy the illusion of them being right rather than fighting for what's right. You feel me? And that's what put me in a cynical state, but yet this graceful perspective that I'm coming to, in which I want to hold, it's like a sweet spot. There's a very fine line between me being absorbed versus me observing of what's happening going on. This observing aspect, this sweet spot that I'm in right now, bro, this graceful giving person that I am right now, is from just realizing I can't blame you, because life brought you up this way, you know, to the person that you are today. There's a lot of forces that entangle truth on purpose. It's a lot of advantage for whoever is imposing these rules for another nigga to not know themselves, so you could be on a losing end or something, or disadvantage. You know, you could be a disadvantage by weakening you, nigga. The other nigga is more powerful. You know, there's a lot of advantage in that, and that's what they do. So I can't truly blame you, but yeah, from that cynical point of view that I'm easily consumed by, or could easily transition into, it's like, bro, you know better, gang. A lot of people are smart and know better, and yet fall into it, and yet I'll fall into it, because that same cynical perspective is reactive rather than responsive. Because if I was truly responding, I feel as if I'll be seeing that this is all symptom to a bigger root problem that almost everybody in the world faces. You feel me? Through some degree, everybody in the world faces it. So more so on the inserting part, there isn't no reason to put yourself in the picture, because number one, it's a practice on knowing that there isn't no need for any type of approval that's outside of yourself, my nigga. Regardless of the relationship, friendship, family member, their status that's giving you whatever praise that you was looking for. It doesn't matter if you don't already hold that belief, that identity high within yourself, gang. And that's the only belief that should matter, you feel me? It's not about what other niggas think, it's about what you think. You dig? Simply. But that simple practice is big on that. And also for integrating with other people, because like I said, bro, words is just a means for a different expression to it. Like, it's an interpretation of a feeling. And sometimes people feel to want to be seen. From a different aspect, bro, from my cynical point of view, I call that attention seeking. I'll just call you a bitch. I ain't gonna lie. I'll just be annoyed. But on some real shit, I've been a bitch too, gang. I wanted some attention. Yeah, more so, I just wanted to be accepted, gang. Or enough. Felt as if I was enough. And that's what niggas are indirectly trying to do, I guess you can say, bro. Motherfuckers ain't really wanting a 2 cents on what they're experiencing. And that's real. Like I said earlier, it's from my cynical point of view about people when they know better but choose to fight for what they believe is right. Niggas ain't fighting for the truth. It's an illusion that they want more. And you giving it to them, it's not gonna resonate. You know what I'm saying? You could throw hints and doses out there if you truly want to help. You feel me? But I feel like the biggest and realest thing that you could do is just listen to a motherfucker, cause it start with themselves to really resonate. First of all, with what's right. You feel me? Everybody know that. Secondly, nigga, that's like negative times negative, bro. That shit just gonna be pale. Or when it come to energy and shit, like negative and positive, they come together. Negative, they go over. You feel me? They don't do shit. I believe, bro, just adding your insight, that little 2 cents, is just repelling you from what's really wanted, you know, on both ends. Because then again, we go to the same perspective of people talking at each other instead of with. One nigga got to be the listener. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to be listening. And I guess I'll just be the nigga that listen, gang. Because there's no point in speaking for myself, you know? I know me already. Fuck, I need to tell you for it. I'll probably hold that against somebody else, but niggas don't explore this deeply. A lot of people got other shit that's blocking them, you know, from, you know, the whole world block you from this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, can't really blame a nigga, dang. You feel me? Shit, I fall into it even though I'm knowing that fucking, the real, about you feel me? I fall into it, so. The most wise thing I believe that I could do is forgive. You know? Whether they attack me personally or whatever. And it's hard, bro, because I be falling into whether I should take my respect as something to never be tainted, you know? Regardless of who you is, you gotta respect the name CJ. And what if you dissing a nigga, it's like, it might get under my skin, but that put me back in that cynical point of view, because it's like, motherfuckers who do diss me, or the perceived diss that I pick up, it ain't direct. It's always insinuated. Sneak dissing, in other words. You know? So, I shouldn't react to those things because there's no benefit, or it doesn't impact my my end goal, my vision for myself. You know, there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it, gang. There's no reason for it. It's just trying to understand why would somebody else do it. It's probably the biggest headache for myself that drives me to a reactive response. But understanding somebody else isn't my job, you know. My job is to understand me, bro. Understand this? That's my thing, bro. I be trying to understand why a nigga would do certain stupid shit. And the answer is always to give grace, because it's a lack of something, awareness of something, you know. That's usually what it is, gang. But in the moment you compare yourself and be like, nigga, I've lost some shit too, bitch ass nigga, which is true. Regardless of what nigga been through, you should never impose on another nigga. But yet, there's people out there doing it. Just because of somebody else out there doing it doesn't give me the right to be cynical to all people, because that's in turn imposing that these niggas is bitch ass niggas. You know, on purpose, in which it could be on purpose, but I'm rambling right now. But like I said earlier, gang, the world grow up, make niggas grow up this way, bro. So I guess the moral of what I'm trying to say is, bro, like, nigga, allow external chaos, peace, anything external to be as it is, gang. And keep your vision personal, you feel me, intact in any interaction or scenario that you put yourself in. Remember that this is a scenario in which that's going to change. That you fighting for a whole different life, for lack of a better word. You know, I'm fighting for something else, and whatever just shit is happening right now, most likely ain't got shit to do with my vision, so I shouldn't put too much effort, too much energy into that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I'm really coming from with it, man. Hope niggas hearing me, man, cause nigga, sometimes I be feeling like I don't be making sense, to keep it a buck, but I know I'm making sense, nigga. I'm fuck with y'all.